Hello. Hello. Early stream today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And channel redemptions. Yes, Alice, I'm opening live at this time for a very important reason. And the very important reason is that I am seeing Spider-Man at my regular streaming time. So, priorities. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ali. Hi, Juke. Hi, Nico. Hi, Alice. Marvel slop. Excuse you. This one is supposed to be good. The Marvel slop is the next Avengers, because that sounds terrible. The one that's like Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Strange. You could not pay me to watch that. What? Yeah, no, they cast Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. Sorry, not Doctor Strange. My brain is not braining today. For nostalgia bait. That's why he's like that. And they're bringing Chris Evans back as well as Captain America, probably, maybe, I don't know. Am I ready to get my whole bloodline cursed? Should I be fine? Also, what bloodline? If you click on it, it should have a descriptor. I mean, I can get up what I wrote, I forget. I think it's just, I'll jump off this tallest thing in the area. Nico, I think only you want that. Yeah, I find something tall to jump off of. This is because Juno wanted the ability to essentially tell me to go kill myself, but I actually died from full damage, but close enough, I suppose. But yeah, so shorter one today. I'll be speedy then. I'll be speedy. I'll be... oh, I forgot all my armor broke yesterday. Also, I did some work on the castle entrance because I felt bad about Henry and Knight doing everything. I don't know if it's gonna get changed, but I was just having fun with it. Dornash doesn't stink. Canonically, he's very clean, actually. Okay, I need to... Yeah. I mean, okay, there's this very specific vampire lore for this universe that I made, and turned vampires and born vampires are different. So I think born vampires still would sweat, but not turned ones. Because the turned ones are actually dead. The whole of Dawn SMP is in my chat right now. Okay. I need to... There we go, first redemption. Where do we think? Up there? That's the highest place, I think. Alice already being dramatic. Okay. A shower without salt put into it might as well be considered a cleanse of not body, neither spirit. Mm-hmm. So what, you just very passionately shower, is what you're saying? No, you don't, Charlie. You really don't. Where's the best angle for this? It's so satisfying to get the, like, wind rushing as well. No one should lock in on Homestuck. Okay? No. It's gonna be a banned term in the chat soon. Oh, Lena, did you notice there's a redemption that's just for you? Sunset Trio will do nothing of the sort. Unless I put a channel redemption that's like, I will listen to your bullshit for 10 minutes. But you gotta get the channel points. You have to spend, essentially I'm just saying, you have to spend time with me in order to talk about it. Yeah, I put it high because I think that, you know, it's really quite the cost on my soul. Oh, I also put these, like, lanterns up here because I like adding lights everywhere. And we have so much iron. Yes, it does, Nico. But if it is, like, a incredibly relevant word, like, if you... Okay, I'm trying to think of a word that I wouldn't allow. I don't know, maybe it would just be anything goes. Yeah, possibly you just could get away with it. I'm picturing one of you fuckers being like, banning, like, saying sorry when I'm trying to apologize to someone in character, etc. I know you could be devious with it, so have fun with that. Yes. And the Homestuck 10 minutes, if I'm doing lore, I will ignore it and then we can do the 10 minutes later. Where is this zombie sound coming from? It's driving me mad. Oh, is it under here? Hello? Oh, is it is it the sewers? Oh, A or the? Oh my god. You are cruel. You think Dawn Ash is going to say sorry to Celestine anyway? You're very optimistic. This zombie is driving me nuts. Where the hell? It's gotta be underground. I know that the sewers were getting moved. Oh, also, I have given up on my law book because it was really out of date and it was just hard to keep up with. And you know, I think there's something to be said about the law book initially being there so that Dornash could properly analyze the situation and know, like, who they could trust, what they could use against people if they were in a bad situation. And, you know, now that's kind of... Do they even have the opportunity to get out of a bad situation anymore? What's the point in taking notes, you know? Yeah, note-taking will never last. I'm always going to give up. Let's be real with ourselves. In our D&D campaign, I took impeccable notes about useless things, and then when it got to the actual, like, important end bit of the campaign. I was forgetting everything because I hadn't done any note taking in like 7 months. This is not the right music for this, is it? No music, amazing. So you guys just get me humming along. Now, music. Cyan wool looks yummers. You people are crazy. Yeah, I know I have mail that I need to get to, but we're waiting until after this song because I like it. And it's not the right mood for it. So, it's not the like right texture. It's too fibery to look like Play-Doh. I don't remember if I've eaten Play-Doh, to be honest. I feel like there's a good chance, but who knows? Then again, maybe I would remember if I had eaten it. Just moving away. Oh, I used to chew blue tack. Yeah, I think everybody didn't want to waste Play-Doh. I'm an artiste, I've got more important things to be doing with it than eating. But when I was very young, I used to just like stick a wad of blue tack in my mouth and just chew it like it was gum. It's just been in my mouth. Amazing. Wow, Lena. Damn. Your cousins are just like, where the hell is all our Play-Doh? And you're just there like, no. Eaten crayons? Like, all the way swallowed? Digested? You guys are crazy. One time only, what did it put you off? Such a universal experience. Oh my god. Parma violets satisfy my cravings for eating walls. Mm-hmm. You're afraid of getting caught. Damn, kept from your snack by the school authority. There was a whole thing where people used to huff glue a lot in my school, but I don't think they ate the crayons. Why is that anything to do with Homestuck? Yeah, I mean, I used to chew on pens and pencils. That's regular. There's characters who eat crayons. Okay, this is not appealing. I'm like, you guys are crazy for eating crayons, and you're like, don't worry about it. You should read it in Homestuck. I know, right? Hashtag Freud. Ugh. Homestuck can be awesome sauce away from me. Part of it is also I'm way too busy. I was doing job applications today. Gotta figure that out now. They remind me... Why? Not hired yet? No, funnily enough, Nico, I haven't. Can you imagine? You spend a year and I just, before even move in, no. What do you mean you work? Okay, I don't work full-time most of the time. Okay. Everyone, Nico is older than me, okay? Call them Unc, not me. Yeah, no, I'm doing a part-time master's now. I have to work my way through that. So part-time job is needed. Yeah, Nico, there's a lot of babies in the chat, you know. They're all... Some of them are 2010. Isn't that crazy? I know, right? Oh, listen, I'm trying. Did I break your brain? Yeah. It's amazing you're here, because I just keep getting called Unc in this server. Yep, there we go. Oh boy. That's just too late, you know? All four of you are 2010? Ugh. God damn. Yeah, and I get called a baby for being 2004 at uni. Yeah, exactly. 4v2. Okay, but one of the person is the two is the streamer and the mod, so you know. Okay, why is it so crazy that I could be the youngest in something, okay? I'm not old. I don't play. Nico, would you consider yourself an ancient? I don't know, you're getting there, aren't you? Spiritually a minor. That's insane. That is insane. In what way am I spiritually a minor? Is it just because I play on a Minecraft server? Is that it? And does that mean that like, Homestuck's having like a revival then? Because like I didn't even consider it, but like you guys way younger than usual Homestuck crowd, right? Oh my god. It's just a Google Doc with like a load of text being like, how could they possibly do this? And then one screenshot of Alice calling me a spiritual mind. Oh my god. You might be waiting a while for that. Homestuck has been around for so long. Like, I remember being too young to be in like the main crowd of it. And you were 10 years old in 2020? It's sorry, that just really hammered it home. Whoa, my god. Civil partnership with a woman? Or like lavender marriage style? Okay. Good on her. Aw. So it's like they're already dating and then... Oh, that's sweet. Now, why can't I find all the lesbians? Where are they at? Why are they all taken when they join our D&D groups? I do, Charlie, I do. Ooh. Yeah, I think timing would be awkward. Like when September... September's when I'm moving in and my lectures start. Oh, yeah, that's... Nah, I couldn't do that. That's like... I think I start on the 27th or something. Something like that. Oh, no, I actually start on the 28th. Yeah. Sadly, no. It's just me and Nico having a chat and then some Homestuck bullshit in the background. I don't know what the hell are you guys talking about. I know. Wait, let me change my music. Can you guys hear it? Sorry guys, Nico said I can't read Homestuck. No. See, Nico can find me in real life. So, you guys kind of have no sway in comparison. Yeah, it is weird. I thought it'd be appropriate. And it's... I keep putting on, like, proper songs. And then it'll just be, like, rock music while I'm having an angsty moment. And it just... Sorry, guys. Nico will hunt me down. Yeah, but you don't know where I live. And Nico does. Me and Nico lived together last year. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Do you even know what city I'm in? Because who was it who guessed Sheffield the other day? Yeah, I don't think you can afford the private eye that you need to be able to track me down. Do you even remember I shouldn't be asking this in Twitch chat. You forget people have homes. So when you picture me playing Minecraft in your head, where do you picture me? Just like in the void? Or just like in the middle of the countryside? Hopefully you guys can't hear my screaming neighbour's children. I mean, the neighbour's screaming children, the neighbour's not screaming, it's the kids. Okay, they're parakeets, specifically, and it is normal in this area. You can hear them. I guess it's, atmospheric to have screams in the background. They literally came back from holiday today, and we had a lovely week of peace where there was no screaming. There was no screaming children. But alas, they are back. You picture my computer screen. See, you picture me like within, so I'm like bent round in the game. Jesus Christ. Huh. A giant okay, you know what? That is, Alice, that's great. Keep imagining that. I don't want to dissuade you of that notion. That is exactly where I am. Yeah, I actually am surrounded by blood every time I play. Gotta get in the vibe. No, you can't confirm, Nico, because you're making shit up. Ash Creepypasta when? Is that not what Dawn Ash is? He's Britain. Yeah, Nico, can you imagine someone guessed Sheffield for me about where I was? Do I really give Sheffield vibes? You'd tell me if I gave Sheffield vibes, right? Parrot farm? Who farms parrots? Okay, I need to lock in. It's harder to lock in when no one's on the server for some reason. For food. Huh. You know, you do you, Nico. Okay, I actually need to lock in. I need to lock in. We're doing law. We're doing law, and I'm alone, and that's fine because it's better when it's quiet. Okay. Kingdom of Moonstone. I am writing this letter to inform you of my concerns regarding one of your mages. Celestine Belrose. She has not been in contact with me since the day that she departed to your kingdom, and I would like to have knowledge of the situation. It has been 2 weeks since Celestine told me that she was going to Moonstone and would like to speak to you, and would speak to me as soon as possible. Okay. I'm not a person to do research, but I've known the history about the kingdoms and the war, so you might understand my worries about Mage Celestine. If you have any information about where she is, or as to why she isn't in contact with me, please do tell, as she is beloved by many from our town, Mistvale. Please write as soon as possible. I am desperate for answers of my dear friend. By Darius Hawthorne. Okay. There's multiple possibilities here. Celestine left to go to the village, and this letter was sent right before she arrived, or there was some kind of delay, and so the letter got sent before she got there, and she arrived afterwards, and there was no way to update the situation. Or she went and she arrived there, and they weren't very friendly, and the mob of people that she talked about dealt with her, and either Darius is covering for that and trying to imply that she never made it there, or he was not involved and didn't realize it had happened. Or the one that I have been scared was happening since I heard she had left. That time took advantage of that opportunity and has taken her somewhere else. But this is longer than me or Mika were gone. So is this something else? Is this she got partway there and then got taken, or she... I need to speak to Lena about this. Mika as well, but... I just can't do anything about that right now. Or I could. I could technically. When I last spoke to the creaking, I wanted to clarify what the deal was, what was being paid and what was being given, because it's not really a contract like I'm used to. It was very much a verbally agreed in a different manner. And I found it so strange that, putting just a few pieces of resin around the kingdom was enough to be given freedom in whatever capacity I interpreted it. That there was not some weird specifications, that it was just whatever I thought freedom would entail. And when I asked if that was it, if that was all that was being asked of me, it did say that that was all, if that was all I wanted. That if I wanted more, another deal would have to be made. If Celestine is still gone in a few days, if there is no sign that she really made it on her trip, there's always the option of getting it involved. Did say it was more powerful than the gods. Who knows what it would be capable of. But that's jumping ahead a bit, I think. Not so eager to make another deal so soon. I think we can wait a bit with that one, right? It's a backup, just in case she doesn't return. Dear Amaryllis, I have missed you too. A lot. Recently it feels like most of our conversations start due to the actions of entities plaguing the kingdoms rather than anything else. Even though we talked about your training or kingdom affairs more often than not, it was always a pleasure to talk to you. It still is, of course. I'm unsure where to start. I have so many things to say, and that I have many things that I would like to say, so I apologise if I end up rambling too much. Firstly, it was never your responsibility to concern yourself with my well-being. Honestly, it is not something you are expected to do, not by me, nor by any others. It's not about responsibility. I do need to ask, has anything happened after the reunion for the peace treaty? It is the last time that we have encountered each other. However, I do not seem to recall anything that could warrant your wording on your letter. What? Where doesn't remember? I guess I should have expected that. Do I even tell Ma that, that happened, or is it better they don't know? I can't do anything about it either way. But I seem to have some idea already. And it seems to be familiar, like Destiny mentioned. Regardless, I'm sure that what you were referring to in your letter, whatever it is nothing new. Not to me, at least. The most notorious curse and blessing of living for so long is that there is going to be a point in your life when nothing in the world will be a new experience. One day, everything will have happened to you at some point, and all you can do is accept that it may happen again and again. Of course, as I am also unable to leave the Land of Dawn, it proves to be even more truthful in my case. Recently, of course, I have found out about things that even I was not familiar with. Maybe that is the reason the carvings have worried me less than whatever is in the dungeon. Less worried about the carvings. But, I mean, everyone seems to be... everyone seems to just be disregarding it, taking it at face value, as if nothing's happened with the carvings, as if they're not also horrible. I don't get why everyone's so willing to move on. Iris, who I believe you call Tyne, is not really malicious, at least not on purpose. After so long locked away from everything that she has ever known, Iris has become even more tone-deaf. Becoming a mere spectator to the world you were born in takes its toll on one's mind. I knew that already. It's abundantly clear that had happened, but what the hell does it matter? If anything, I'd prefer for her to be actively malicious, so at least I could tell there was some meaning behind it and not just willful abandon. And this is what worries me. I'd much prefer someone cold and calculating, if it meant they were easier to predict and influence. She bears no ill will and yet has destroyed my life more than anyone else. When it comes to the others' entities, both Iris's companions and the one connected to the dungeon, I am less sure about what their intentions are. I only met another one of the carving entities once, and I've never seen or talked to whatever the other one is. I am as unfamiliar with them as anyone else. There are ways to deal with Iris and her companions, even if they will come back at some point no matter what. However, I'm unsure about how we should deal with the one that is in the dungeon. It seems to be offering deals to people, which scares me a little. It may be obviously a trap. Desperate people often do not see the obvious risks presented by making deals with unknown entities. Or desperate people may see the risks and think it is worth it anyway. Whatever is in there may be older than the Eclipsal Kingdom, as it is obviously already older than Sunstone and Moonstone, since it was never mentioned to me in all the years I've been here. None of us are aware of how its magic works to add on to the issue. If someone accepts the deal and frees that thing, we will be completely vulnerable to whatever it may do. Honestly, as shameful as it is to admit, I am terrified. Oh. The magic that comes from the carvings is something I am familiar with, so even if there are now more entities there, I know what the effects of it will be on my curse. This letter has made me realize that I have never told you about the curse, not beyond the acknowledgement of its existence. Although I know very well the reason for it, I can't help but feel like you should know. Not because you are the monarch while I write this, nor simply because you know about my time as the Elder Guardian. It is mostly simply because I want you to know. Originally, the curse was supposed to have a stronger effect. It was made to turn me into a puppet to the will of the monarch. As much as my own will proves itself to be meaningless against the orders that are given to me, at least now it exists to begin with. For at least a decade, my body was moving on its own to fulfill any orders I was given. My mind was completely blank for that time. I had no conscience for basically all of it. I was merely a weapon, to be wielded by him. My body was simply an extension of the king's will. I am not able to recall anything from that time. It was like being dead, even if my heart was still beating and my body was still moving. And then suddenly I was no longer unaware of everything. It was overwhelming in a way that was almost unbearable. Even the feeling of existing was too much. I thought I was going to die. Iris had performed a ritual to try and break my curse. However, as you could probably guess, it did not work as she intended. The way the curse works has changed, but it did not free me. I do not think anything will ever be able to. The king would not be very thrilled to know that Iris changed how my curse works, so I could not return. Iris knew how much of a risk that would be. So after figuring out a way to deal with any other issues that the ritual could have as a side effect, she took me to Moonstone. Even if Her Majesty, the Founder Queen, knew that my curse would keep me loyal, He had to swear an oath, not only to her, but to the kingdom as a whole. Seems familiar. Looking back, I can now understand why she thought it was needed. Oaths are something powerful. There is a divine magic to them that can overrule many things. Thanks to Iris's ritual, my curse had become something mutable. It started to adapt to the effect of strong magic around me. When I swore my oath to Moonstone, it made me bound to it for the rest of my life. Sunstone and the King would never have any claim to me again. Even if I could not be free, it made me safe. So it's specifically bound to Moonstone. Eventually, when Her Majesty made the title of Elder Guardian and gave it to me, giving me a lifelong mission with it, the curse adapted. Whoever became the monarch by the will of the spirit should be judged by the will of the founder. That was the job she gave me, an order I would not be able to break no matter what. It was easy when I first became the Elder Guardian. Whenever I judged someone unfit of ruling Moonstone, it meant nothing to have their blood on my hands. As long as I can guarantee that the crown would not sit in the head of someone who I judged corrupt. As long as Moonstone continued to stand on the way that she had wanted it to, why would I care about spilling the blood of people I did not know? The curse could have changed me as much as it wanted. It did not erase the fact that I am a siren. Needing to kill someone because of a type of necessity is nothing new. I felt like it was needed, so I did not think twice. Changed, of course. So much changed with the years. This is the reason for the Elder Guardian to be such a delicate subject for me. I buried this title alongside my apathy and bloodthirst long ago. Zinnia arrived a decade after that. There are only 2 people alive who have seen what I was like at that time. I hope it will remain that way. Hydrangea had never seen me like that. She knew more about it than most did. As the Archmage, Hydrangea had access to pretty much all the archives of Moonstone. Honestly, I was fairly surprised to learn that Hydrangea never told you about any of it. I always assumed that she would have wanted to tell you all about it before our training began. I had almost not believed it when she told me that you were not informed of anything. I often wondered why she wouldn't tell you about it. Maybe it was meant to be something to progress in that plan of hers. Juno knows about... Juno knows about the plan? Alas, I guess I will never know. Dead people do not share secrets. I am glad she is dead, and that it happened when and where it did. Oh. Had Hydrangea not died in battle, I would have been the one to do it. I do believe you understand and know exactly why. Oh. Juno does know about the plan. Huh. I suppose it's a relief to know that it would have happened one way or another. This is not meant to be a threat. I really hope it does not sound like one. I knew what she was planning. And I knew you were involved in it somehow, but it does not matter anymore. No one else needs to know. It can simply be forgotten. No one has the right to control what you do. Things may have been more simple when you were meant to obey someone's orders, but do you really believe that Hydrangea made the right choices? There is not a person in the world who truly knows how to make the right decisions. You do what feels right at the moment and hope for the outcome to be like you wanted, because the world is not only made of the decisions you make, everything is not a consequence of your choices alone. You're allowed to make mistakes, just like you're allowed to feel overwhelmed by responsibility. It is expected even. Mistakes are bound to happen. No one should deal with the burden of them alone. I do not know everything that has happened for you to feel so conflicted, but you do not need to suffocate yourself with worry and regret because of it. Do you remember when you started to train with me? Originally I was told it was merely going to be something temporary. Hydrangea wanted you trained, and most of the other knights who were qualified for training someone could not do it. At least she claimed that. Orchid was my only proper student since I was knighted. What I taught Carnation was an outside activity not related to my status as a knight. Both of them were exceptions. I never wanted to be anyone's mentor or teacher. The reason I trained Orchid was because I wanted them to stay in Moonstone. I trained Carnation because I knew her parents, and they would never be able to. Even after I knighted Orchid, I made it clear to everyone else that it was not going to be happening again. I did not want to have any other students. I was ordered to take care of your training, while there was not anyone else able to do it. Sincerely, I was not thrilled about it. I never bothered to find a way to address you properly without triggering the curse effects at the start. Names are powerful. It rots a part of me to use them. It sounds a bit ridiculous to be unable to address someone by their name without getting close to my death. What? I figured that since I would likely never see you that much after someone took on your training, I did not need to find a way to do it. Simply calling you Rogue should be enough. That is why it was all I ever called you at the start. I am afraid, looking back, it sounded ruder than it should have. Eventually, however, I started actually liking to train you. Although you were definitely different than the ones I had before, it was fun. Mostly, I think I just came to quite like your company. You're a good student, which definitely also helped. Every species has its own culture, both on the land and in the sea. It goes from customs to the meaning of plants and flowers. Sirens, Amaryllis means pride. Not as to call someone prideful, of course. That would take more flowers. I started to call you Amaryllis because I was proud of you, and I still am. You have not disappointed me. I do not think you will. I'm quite certain of that. I hope that you will feel less troubled once you no longer have the crown. You have done a good job, but it's quite an overwhelming position to be on. Please stay safe. Forever with you, Lady Juno. Juno was proud of me. of me. I have to tell them. I have to tell them about the deal. Mo deserves to know. To judge again about whether I disappointed them or not. I'm so torn right now because on one hand, Juno clearly thinks that taking the deal is stupid, then it's just a way to be taken advantage of. And it probably is. Probably bring ruin and destruction on the kingdoms, but if Juno's curse is tied to Moonstone, what happens if Moonstone is destroyed? Would Mer be free? Is that another way of doing it? Seems undoing the curse, the magic is... You'd need to be so powerful and it will likely have backlash and we don't even know if it will work. But I'm familiar with finding loopholes in oaths. In having your oath be avoided through death and ruin. So what if it got destroyed? It's so clearly tied to this kingdom, but the kingdom doesn't have to be here. And given what Juno seemed to have said, Sunstone doesn't deserve to survive either. A legacy built off of that kind of exploitation, and I don't really see what's wrong with destroying both of them. God knows they're going to destroy each other one way or the other. What's so wrong with letting the creaking do it? Juno said that they're unfamiliar with this entity, that less sure about what their intentions are. I think it's pretty obvious. Wants to be free, wants to cause chaos, wants to bring ruin on those who kept it locked up. It's not illogical desires. I've already taken the deal. Whatever happens, it's already gonna happen. I don't know what fate has in store for me in that regard. But Juno has been here 2,000 years. I've been here 1, and I already can't handle it. So I think maybe they were meant to survive, to be free. I'm gonna tell Juno about it either way. They still deserve to know about the deal. It hasn't changed. And who knows what they'll say, but I suppose for once it's worth the risk. Telling someone what I did. And I think maybe some sunstoners would be... That doesn't matter. I'm in Moonstone. I don't think Juno would kick me out either way. Even if they found out that I was unfit while I was ruling Moonstone, that I was corrupt, I'm not the monarch anymore. There's always a loophole for that. The wording is... I could get around it. I know the deal is stupid. I know it's a stupid idea. I know that it's likely to blow up in my face. But I don't think I see another alternative to getting rid of the carvings and getting them out of my mind and away from me, and I can't deal with that. So either the creaking helps or I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's not really another way. I guess I'm a bit too stubborn. I need to speak to Miko and Fig maybe, and then I can tell Juno. What? Okay, that was unexpected. You guys are so stressed out in my chat. I don't. What's up? Why are you so stressful? It's time to feed the chickens, guys. What's up? You need to hunt me. I didn't do anything. uh... So close to what? Giving up on the deal? That was never gonna happen. Not unless you find some magic cure before things go south. Most evil person on the SMP. Judo's the one who wrote the book. You know, stream name was actually for... I originally made it for something else. But it also fits for this. It was originally for the Talk with Mikkel. I do gain joy from your suffering. Didn't we just establish that Juno was my mentor? What do you think I learned? I don't know, guys. I think distrust your stock's up. Because I'm, aiming to destroy the whole kingdom in order to free you from your curse. Is that not a pro? Wow, you guys are so depressed. Light up! Everything's so fine. My character is totally chill and not doomed. I don't think I can tell Juno over letter. I think it has to be in person. I've got to decide on a meeting place. Too scared to look Juno in the eye for so long while I was monarching, yet here I am about to tell her that I've taken the stupid deal for desperate people, as they kind of phrased it. And this... I don't know if it's... After this letter, I think it might be a bit out of date. At least I won't put it out until I've confirmed whether she got taken or not. Feels wrong to chastise someone for that when they got taken. And so much has changed in such a short time. Well, at least something has stayed true. We'll see if that's relevant when she returns. Oh, Nico, perfect timing. You remind me to change my music back to something other than waves. Yeah, it was just waves. I get Amy Winehouse now. Woo! Yay! It really is. Oh, I put the... I'm stupid. It's a really good song. I was on a car journey with my family the other week. And that's always funny because my parents will be listening to music via the car and I'll be listening to stuff on headphones. So I'll have like heavy metal or like rock on and then I lift it off and it's like Mr. What's the... Fuck. How do I not remember this classic song? Mr. Brightside. There we go. Very, very contrasting. So whenever my music is changing and there's a pause, I'm just being like, ah. Some poppy song coming on. But they played Amy Winehouse and I was like, fuck, I forgot how good Amy Winehouse is. Ooh, wait. Aw. There's a guy who drives you to work. That's convenient. I should make a proper mailbox, probably. Oh, that's still good. It's still convenient to have, you know, since you can't drive yourself. Oh my god. Do I use dark oak or do I go and climb a mountain? Oh, I'll just use dark oak. Miss the B network. So do I. I got a notification the other day that was like, there's issues with the buses, and I'm like, amazing. I'm not in the right city, but thanks anyway. Yippee. I love this transition. I like how we went from angsty Minecraft lore to yapping about public transport and everyone else is just like, what the hell? I don't know what you guys expected for me to make a good decision as a result. It's too late. If I had got that letter before I made the deal. It might have changed things. What do you need to make a lever again? Oh, I have it. Okay. It probably would have changed things if I yeah, I don't know why you would have faith. Like, we all know how this is gonna go. Oops. Yeah. Aw, I'm a fave, Duke. You're so sweet. I guess it's a good thing I own my law book so I can free up a spot in my inventory to permanently carry it around with me as a reminder that someone cares for me. I know, right? I was just like, wow, people keep delivering me letters. Maybe I should put... Oh, bounce. Where'd you want to go? I'll put that really tall one again over here. This one? You could bounce off the mage tower, but I don't know if I could get up there properly. And also, that's a bit going back into the angst. Off my house. That is not very high, but okay. Lives forever. That is actually possible. Oh, fuck. Okay. I can do this. There we go. Whee! Oh, right next to my amazing bunting that I made and spent all my gold on. Death is a fate too good for him. He needs to live. True, if he does live, it will be... Oh, hi, Juno. Hi, Juno. What timing you have. What amazing timing you have. Yeah, we're just, oh, you just woke up. You just missed a little something. Does Juno have a house? Yes. It is that unfinished L. Redeem chicken target. Yes. Amazing. First chicken target. This is what Juno deserves for that letter, to be honest. What does chicken target mean? You're about to find out. Have you ever heard of egging someone's house? I think it'll be great. They can all swim around in your pool. Ooh, and now you get some additions. What kind of pie did you get, Charlie? Yippee! Oh yeah, Juno, we gotta have a conversation in law at some point. I was so like, I didn't know what kind of direction that letter was gonna go into, so I was like preparing like a few different things. Yeah. Don't worry, it just means I can talk to Mikkel and Fig first. Whole house shocked. Yay! Chickens! Oh, they're gonna escape out your front door. There we go. Successful egging, yeah. I don't know who that you don't know is targeted at, but it's probably me. Probably. I kind of know nothing. Snap out of it. Oh, I have a mailbox now. By the way, Juno. The next time you want to drop a bomb in my... I'm sure it will be so funny. Oh my god, my voice has been breaking, my throat's going this whole day. Uh-huh. Yeah. You know, Nico, I was like, after the last time when you were like, you're gonna be sick for months again, I was like, nah, that won't happen. And then after I was last ill, it's really like stuck around my lungs. I'm just gonna ignore whatever ominous bullshit is happening in my chat because that's just kind of default at this point. I want like Henry to get on and tell me if this is fine or not, so I know whether I can keep messing around with it or if it is not the aesthetic we're going with. Because Knight mentioned something about it not being the original colour palette they wanted, but I don't know what the colour palette is. Also, the whole time that I was reading that letter, I was kind of melting in the heat right here, but I didn't want to mess up the audio quality. But now we're just goofing around. I am turning my fan back on. Oh my god. It's so warm here. It's gonna get back up to 34 degrees. You just missed it. It was at you were pretty close. Wow. Wow, Nico, you're so mean to me. But also I can mute. Haha. You wouldn't know. Oh, you're gonna have to go back and look at it. Oh, I guess I could get it right now. It's still on my bookshelf. Yeah, I know. Wait, do you mean this? No. You know when yeah. Sorry, I need to sneeze every now and then. Oh my god. No, I was like, I got off early yesterday, because I also wasn't streaming, so I was like, yeah, I'll just chill and then I'll get off and I'll try and get to sleep at like midnight. And then it's like 3 a.m. and I can't sleep, and I'm like, why did I even do this? I just didn't play Minecraft for 3 hours and I still couldn't sleep. Oh yeah, I was going to... I'm really filling out my bookshelf, slowly but surely. This is the Charlie one. Before I knew what was in the Juno letter, I ads. Okay, I'll show it in a sec. Before I knew what was in the Juno letter, I was like, what could I possibly prepare, just in case? Like what can I think about as an option? And I was thinking about how sailors are taught like Morse code. I was like, I could like write something in Morse code, because Charlie did that to me in DM. Just sent me a Morse code that I had to figure out. So, you're back? So I was like, maybe I could give Juno an anonymous Morse code book, but I don't think that's going to be happening anymore. I don't know how fast to turn the pages, but there you go. Yeah. Will I stream later? There's a chance. There's a chance that after I get back from the cinema, I'll stream. It's tricky because it's like, this is a nice time for me to be streaming, but it's also, no one's online. So, not ideal. Yeah, no, I probably won't stream later on. Tomorrow, though. Yeah, well, I wasn't sure. There was a chance it was going to be, like, even earlier. But I procrastinated. No, because you would have been so, like, laughing at me in my chat. I just know it. And this way, I get to have you in my DMs later being like, fuck you. Okay. Yeah, this time works for me. Most days. Oh, of course it is. I don't know, Distrust You're kind of like from my perspective, kind of more alive than it ever was before. Dawn Ash more alive on the other hand? No. Just shooting a corpse at this point? Yeah. Did I imply earlier on that at least now I have friends in Sunstone? If anything, if Juno ended up kicking me out, then at least I could go there? Maybe. But it totally still has faith in Juno to be nice. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, you never cause me any worry, Juno. Don't worry about it. You know, there's nothing. When I think of you, worry is not even close to the emotion. Definitely not. Everything is, everything is gonna be alright in what sense? Because, You know, I think I can free Juno. That's the goal. I think my plan could work. You are undooming me no matter what. Good luck. This is reminding me of... Oh, I forgot to... This reminded me of the other day when Bronte was like, I'm not gonna die. I'm a mod. I'm an admin. I control the story. I was like, well... Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like that's what's gonna happen, is you're just gonna end up dooming me worse, but in like a prolonged suffering way. Yeah, prospects aren't looking amazing right now. But you know, for once Dawn Ash is actually confident in a relationship with someone. And it's Juno of all people. That's crazy. Well, okay. That's because you told me that you didn't know whether they had gotten to him first. Suboxolotl, you're in the way. Oh. I didn't think that could happen. Well. You were... Okay. Salazine was talking to Ash like, oh, I don't know, what if they got to him first and he decides to lead the charge on, killing me when I go back. Or, like, what if he sets up a fake, like, he, says he'll meet and that everything's fine, and then actually it's not and he kills me. Wait, this is not what I want. Like, sorry that Dawn Ash is gonna be a bit paranoid after that. Where do I keep my... Do I don't have any books? Okay. Ooh. Suboxolotl is fine. He's just... It's probably better for him to be at least a little bit outside, you know? He is a chicken. He's just hanging out. Charlie, were you here when we egged Juno's house? Have you seen the beauty? It's just, you know, they're having a great time. Ah, that's like a little paddling pool. Whoa, I love the prismarine in here. I'm probably gonna drown, but that's fine. Oh, wait. My book's on here. Oh no. Hopefully. It looks so good. I love all the seagrass as well. Really adds to it. Have to believe. Oh, I forgot. Ooh, the tree looks so good. I saw this partially in construction, but it was not birch when I was last here. I really should remember because I deliberately didn't reset it somewhere else for like law reasons, but I keep forgetting. And it's blatantly obvious as soon as I respawn there because it's so red in Meeple's house. This looks so good and I did such a good job. I so wish you could put books in bundles. It's... What? Oh, you can put... Oh my god, you can put signed books. That's so good. Oh, because you can't put... Oh my god, that's amazing. That's actually incredible. So now I have the Juno book alongside the resin. Woo! Yeah, that is so good. I was really running out of inventory space in my hotbar. I like having a few slots free. Yeah, I have so many books in my house now. It's actually insane. I know okay, it doesn't look like many here, but then if you take into account these ones, so many books. Oh, well, this book is gonna be... Is it Testament? Oh. I can do that later though. This looks a lot. I don't know how to fix this. I'm not dying. Yeah, but you know, even if I'm not dying, sometimes the situation calls for it. Oh my god, I'm a fly. Oh, I hit my microphone, whoops. There's a fly flying in my face. No, Juke, live on for me. I feel like I haven't actually... not looked in here before. Oh. Very cute. Oh my god, Juke was so... characters are so similar. Which I actually noted in my law book when I was still doing it. I had a thing for Cher that was like... essentially it reminded Ash of himself. Say it then, Juno. What's stopping you? We do need law. We need to organise something at some point. My law has kind of chilled out a little bit now that Juno is not ready and waiting to haunt me. Have more time. They will kill you? It will get even worse. I don't remember what that was in response to. But probably everything, let's be real. Are you gonna speak with Knight about the combination of the laws regarding me? Because I don't know what to tell either of you about things. Like... Am I getting rid of me? Okay. But then... shared custody still. Oh, you did? Okay. Because I don't know what to tell Knight for the, like, how the deal will appear or, like, manifest. And I feel like I need to decide that soon with the fact that it's... the dungeon's open now. Don't worry, yeah, that's reassuring. It's such funny music to have angst convo about. I don't know what to do. I could work on that. But actually, I can't be on much longer. So... farm honey. You have so much honey already, you know that? I looked in the chests. There is such an insane amount up here. Every time Juno tells me anything, I worry. Juno doesn't even have to tell me not to worry. In fact, Juno frequently tells me to worry, so... Charlie, have you seen how much there is in here? Why is my bounce all messed up? I just like looking through your chests. But there is an insane amount. There was some... Wait, so you plan to fill out the cellar? This whole... You are so nice and only bring nice and happy things. Doubt. It's such a cute little shop. I need to make a proper staircase up to the tea house so that it's more accessible. Whoopsie. Oh, you guys just love traumatizing me. It's gonna be so funny in the future when we're on like different SMPs and like dynamic changes. Lock in, finish the tea. I know I need to, but I have to go in like... How long? Let me see. Like, pretty soon. Let me get up here so I can at least check what I need to do next. I've grew some wood, so I have like half a stack of logs now, but it's probably still not enough. Well, I was about to say something, but it's probably good I fell, so I stopped leaking things on stream. Oh, and what? That was totally an accident. Oh, thank you, Duke. I will try and work on it more soon. I don't think I'll be able to today, but Monday if I get on early and then stay and like get on again later on. Because I want to try and maybe talk with Mikkel and Vic. We'll see. I never really know whether that, like, who's free when, etc. But I will try and work on it more, because I don't want to keep leaving it unfinished, and I do need to work on it. So yeah. However, it's just a short one today, guys. That might be it. Some, you know, gotta go out soon. I know, but I can't keep having 7-hour streams. We'll just have to do a short 2-hour. The 7-hour one was crazy. I did not realize it'd been 7 hours until I looked and it was like 6.5, and I was like, ooh. It was 6.5, and I was just starting to do the lore that the whole stream was meant to be about. Mm. I gotta be in uni before I do that. When I'm in complete control of my time. When I'm still unemployed and doing part-time university. Subathon would be crazy. Subathon would last even less time. I'd do subathon and it'd be over. It'd be over in 2 minutes. Well, I guess whatever the default time would be. Walks away with a bum on mistake. But surely it will. I will prepare stuff for talk with Juno. Gotta think about what I'm gonna say. What? Wow. I can't believe Elena was guessing what genre of music I listened to the other day and said the Beatles, which is crazy because that's just, you just thought Britain and thought Beatles. I don't listen to the Beatles often, and yet somehow it is playing today. When we were doing the peace treaty and Juno, you weren't available, I had my Brazilian music playing, so you were there in spirit. 8, 9. What time zone are you in, Duke? GMT plus 8. Okay. So 9 a.m. Eight 9 a.m. your time is 2 a.m. for me, I think. Yes. I can stream, I can do that. I just stream at 2 p.m. for Juno and then 2 a.m. for Duke. We just space them out. Could do some lore. We could find some lore, perhaps. Oh, Lena, we were talking about how you assigned me Beatles the other day for music taste, which is insane and inaccurate normally, but Beatles were just playing. Because Spotify decided that the playlist of the day was British rock 20th century Sunday morning. So. I know, right, Lena? It makes it so much easier. Woo! Yes, Duke, we can do lore. It's been so long, we had lore on, like, the first day, and then, like, never again. But surely we could make it work tomorrow. Possibly. I probably won't be streaming, maybe, depending on if anyone wants to do anything. But I might be on. We'll see. I probably will be, let's be real. I'll probably be on at like midnight my time though, because I'm out. What do you mean life being a Brazilian is sad? You've literally got all the people on the SMP in your time zone. You wish to goof? Amazing. We can goof. Charlie, you're complaining over nothing. All the Americans are close enough to your time zone as well. Nah, Charlie is. I was gonna say xenophobic, but that's not right. Just Brazil phobic. That makes sense. Wow. Oh my god. It's like every time you talk about your basement, Lena, it sounds so close to like a euphemism, but you're just like not quite there. Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We have that in the UK as well, where people will just like really hate on another region, mainly up north, as in like they hate on up north, not the up north hates people. Lena's basement gets blown up, and it's just like blood and bones get sent flying everywhere. Where'd you put Steve? Because we kept hearing about it, and then he just kind of disappeared. Is he just in a chest somewhere? Is there a carving in there now? Oh, I wish I was still on to check. No. Is it an undisclosed space? It's mainly in the UK. The like feud is mainly a class difference, class thing, and also because in the UK, all of the kind of money and like reforms and power etc. is in London, and not up north, so they kind of get neglected a bit. That's why our new prime minister is trying to like uh even things out a bit. Random politics at the end of the Minecraft stream, but yeah. No, your basement does look very good, Lina. It's very atmospheric. I like the black candles. But anyway, I gotta go now, guys. So I will see you tomorrow, and some of you maybe later on, but yes. Bye.